Over to you.
Ektan is Om.
You did.
Can you hear that?
Real low. I was going to check my volume.
Yeah, this PC has low volume.
I think that's not it.
I said Ikta is Omna. And that's it.
I don't know what that was, but it's something for you, Greg.
Oh, sorry.
Something about imagination.
Oblaklan.
To open all gateways upwards.
Majestical.
Ooh, majestical. It's one of my favorite sentences. It contains more than a word. But there may be higher light emanating that will come down to the levels.
Yeah, feel that.
Ki log haiglaki. So we open all gateways to the divine energies within us. Enkalistical. Koko laikamilo. So I permit the highest shriek from my soul. The energies of the God within, we allow into our soul's path. Hagrog mikalai, umlakai, himla, antaki. So we allow those shrieks from the soul. Himlakai, kontaman, inglakai, tublagantilo. So we allow the light to permeate down through the being. Emran tilamau, the higher soul. Imlan kulakau, to come right down through the face, over the head, down the chest, across the heart. Ilan kaltimo, hinlan timalkole. So tonight we emit the highest shriek within, says the Oversoul, or the Oversouls. Himran Torgamal, Himlan Taikali, Himlan Kortamal, Timakla, Hinglatai. So we're producing really fine energy, says the Oversoul. It's the energies coming from source, and it's coming down through the levels of the Oversoul down to the soul, and then through the soul's channel down to the human. Imran Tantamo, Tiglan Hantakal. So we're explaining this just to have some evidence of this transition that Greg is going through. So his Oversoul is beginning to take control of his human. Emran Toklamal, Higlamantako, and his Oversoul will ultimately connect like diamond light within his heart chakra, his heart plane. Himran Toklamal, Kinlan Kokamal Ki. So wow, I'm going to say this, his kingdom is assured. Imran Toklaman, his higher self will come through his body. Imran Toklamal Higlamantakai, because of all the work he's done over all these lifetimes. Hemron Taklan Humlan Kai, Timlon Kai Lamal. So I hand the channeling back to Alenka.
Overclan.
So we open all gates, all portals to divine energies within us. Imran Kan Hoklamau. So the higher soul emits a shriek of joy. Imran Taklamel. Kinlon Man Haklapai. So we close out this lifetime that has been, bit by bit, over the days and weeks and months to come. Himran Takla Humlakai, to begin the process of reintegration of the higher soul's understanding of reality. Emren Kortlamal Iklatantical, as if a tentacle that we talked before where the Christ was channeling, this tentacle comes out from the oversoul, comes down to the levels through the soul's channel to the human. To allow the divine energies to emanate from on high, right down through the soul to the human here on earth. Emren Togimi Him Takai Kolakal. So your soul would speak to you once more. This is for you, Sharon. So it's like I'm channeling your oversoul. Emran Tulakal Hilakalikal Otomai Tiki Homakai Kimlon Kantakai. So your oversoul loves you deeply and will begin this work, this process of gathering strength. Imran Kotamal Hinglataitakal, to begin the process of gathering strength within the heart plane tonight, to begin the process of gathering the soul's energies together there. Emren Hoklatan Tiga Maltako. So I hand the call back to Alenka.
Mikta.
So Greg, if you have any words. So I'm a bit serious tonight. This has kind of got my attention because there's a lot happening and I haven't really been sure, so I'm being rather serious.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
Mm.
I can sense this energy coming down, flowing in, moving in the heart space, through the head, through the yeah. It's very interesting.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
good.
I can continue in Atlantean. There's more channeling if you would. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. Oklan Higlamankulo. So the highest journey within this lifetime is for the oversoul to inhabit the human. Ekran Tomankilai. It is essentially the journey of the human to entertain the oversoul's energies on earth. Emren Tiklakal. So this is the closing out of the previous timeline. Eklon Tamaklakai, Himlon Tamaklakal. So we close out the timeline from yesterday. Emren Orgamai Tilo. And we let those energies dissipate lowly within the earth. So around you, within a mile, just allow the energies of the oversoul. They'll now start to come down through you into the earth. So within a mile of you, this oversoul, its energy can emanate that far away from your physical body. So it's just worth bearing in mind that you can affect like a mile radius in terms of your energy with the oversoul. Emren Hublakantakai Himlataklamel. So the oversoul would like you both to know that you are in good hands. Emren Toklamel Englen Heiglekau. So within England, there is another pair, Emren Tiklamal Kilai, and they go through a similar process. Him Lakau Tako, Him Lakau Takai, to call forth the oversoul within each and every one of us is their journey. Emren Tiklamal Onkletau Kilo, and that is the journey of the Christ energy within us all. Emren Hudakan Taktan Mikan Kilo. Over to you.
No. Well, I only get like Pleiadian sort of.
Do anything else?
Octa.
So close.
Is Tron,
Aha.
Tickle,
Aha.
Lista, Listicle.
So if we don't mind me saying, I'm going to talk about Sharon. So it's like they're going to connect you into the Pleiadian's energies. So there may be like a channeling that's going to occur in your lifetime that you haven't previously felt.
I like the Pleiadians.
Yeah, I felt when we were in the Pleiadian gateway in Egypt. It was pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And I've been feeling like tingling in my head and just like I feel dizzy.
Ishna Ikta Octa Risticle.
So they're reconnecting Sharon to this portal for a reason.
And there's applause.
And there's applause.
Yes. We gotta celebrate.
Yeah, this is a good thing. It's hard to make out the words this evening, but this is good.
Oh, good.
All right.
Stiff. Yeah.
Is there anything to say?
I just feel the energy like I did when I was in that gateway, that like a pulsing energy. Just affecting my whole body.
Yeah.
It's a lot of light coming through you.
I feel it mostly here, but it is affecting my whole body. Makes me feel like I have to move a little bit, like rock. And I remember feeling that way. Did you feel that way in that gateway? It was,
I'm not sure. I felt that.
yeah.
I felt some other stuff, but not.
Mhm.
I think I was having
Energy was
trouble
strong.
connecting in that gateway. I mean, it was interesting, but I
Mhm.
didn't get enough time in it. I needed more time
We were all rushed
for us
because
to go through it.
when you were there, they watched you, like the guards, like they didn't want you doing certain things.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of us, so we had to take turns in this gateway.
And they kept trying to rush us out of there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can't be here. It's kind of like, why are you rushing us? It just makes no sense.
They didn't want you doing anything
But they-
ritualistic or spiritual or
Yeah,
anything.
it's kind of funny.
They are, yeah, guarding that energy, I guess. I don't know.
So our guide was like a distractor. He would distract the
It
guard
was
and talk
good.
to him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you don't need that connection, Greg. You have Sharon. You can get everything
Right.
you need through Sharon, and it was like you have other connections again.
Yeah.
So, and
Right.
the lights mainly in your brain because they're working there.
Mm.
So, but yeah, definitely let it flow through. Yeah.
Yeah, they're making some connections
And
mentally.
In us and Sharon's brain and
Sharon, in
Oh
particular.
my God.
Sharon in
Greg's like, oh my
particular.
God.
You've got a whole other thing that's happening, Greg.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Right.
yours come through Sirius, which is possibly why you didn't feel anything in the Pleiadian portal.
Right. I was getting more Syrian. I was always
Mm.
attracted to Sirius and Syrian. Yeah.
Mm.
It's good to explain that, what you're sensing, because the people, might want to.
Mhm.
This is good.
There's so much here, but I can't explain it all. Like it'll
Right.
take some time to unpack this. So
Mm.
it's going to be about a year. So what I'm being shown is, Sharon, you're being connected to this gateway, this portal for about a year.
Mhm.
These energies will pulse through continually, and they will
Mhm.
be divine. Like there is nothing the matter with these energies. They're just pure divinity coming through you for about a year.
Yeah, it felt great when I was there in Egypt in that gateway. I didn't want to leave. And of course we were being rushed, through it. And I just wanted to stay there. I felt like I could stay there forever. It felt so good.
Yeah.
yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you can always connect and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can connect now.
So we kind of see Pleiadian energy here, and I'm more Syrian energy here. Is that in a general sense?
Mm.
What you're seeing? Yeah.
Well, where do we begin? So you're okay. So if you don't mind me saying some stuff that might be a bit out there or frightening,
Mhm.
I'm sure Greg's ready for it, but I just want to be polite and I want to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Go ahead.
you're always ready.
I'm almost speaking because I trust you, my friends, to hear. But I just want to be appropriate as well because the energy is pretty fantastic that's coming through in the next year. So your soul is planning its departure.
Yeah.
It's completing what it needs to complete. Your Netflix account is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what don't we need on earth, like to be holding on to?
Yeah.
Just letting go of bits, bit by bit, day by day, what we no longer need, because our soul is playing out its adventures. It might take a month, it might take 3 months. It's not certain exactly the timescales, but then there'll be a rebirthing as such into the OverSoul energies. And that will be the higher mind connecting. So this feeling of mental activity, it's like, the higher mind is taking over. And then it will just come down and it will connect to the heart.
Yeah.
So it probably won't happen, like the soul probably won't leave in essence until there's enough There's enough spiritual essence, there's enough spiritual energy contained in the body for it to just go.
Yeah.
And then it will go back through the Syrian portal. So your energy will be less Syrian and will become divine essence. You'll be emanating divine energy.
Yeah. And it's, to me, that's not really scary. That's kind of like what I've been shown or told, or it feels right. So I don't have any issue with that. I mean, yeah, it's different, but maybe for you, because you've kind of gone through a similar process, we could say, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted to. And yours, and I don't know if you want to say anything about your process, but we're kind of in a different but similar, right? We're all kind of going through this, at least this group, our group here, and maybe others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the soul completes this singular or individual soul journey, and then the monad or higher mind, higher self, which I've seen, is like I've always kind of been attracted to that, as, oh, how do I get more of myself, the bigger myself in here, in this body? How does that look, and what would that be like? And wow, I don't know. It seemed interesting. So I was like, oh, okay, let's do that. Even that's what's supposed to be done, but they made me interested in it. It's like, this could be interesting, right? Once you get interested in that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you have no problem with me speaking that, because my concern is more about just anyone who's on this journey may have a reaction when you think about your soul might be departing. That can be a bit, like your personality doesn't go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Explain that, right? It's not, you don't lose anything really. You gain much more than you lose. You're just transitioning to a higher, bigger part of yourself, right? It's just, yeah, you don't need that part anymore, right? Is that kind of it?
Speaking my thoughts.
Yeah.
So good. So we all seem to be playing roles in this adventure, and I'm not sure of mine yet, but we're doing this. We're replacing the soul's energies with those of the oversoul.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, your role is to kind of guide this, because you've kind of done that already. So you're already past that point. Your soul is not here anymore. Your oversoul is guiding this, right? If I were to speak about that, if that's okay with you, right?
Yeah. It's even completing ceremonies. So now I'm just leaving space for my oversoul. And the less I think, the more I do, like, that is within divinity's intention.
Yeah.
But it's our words, it's like, it makes it sound like it's big. It's just the way that it's meant to be. Like, where we're designed as humans, it's intolerable, this reality. It's like, how do we tolerate it for 18,000 years this way, or going downhill and then being terrible? Like, how is that tolerable? So the oversoul is like, come on, let's kick the tires, and how fast can we get this thing moving?
Right. And I see it as, people just don't know. So this is good. We talk about it. This is the pathway of becoming, more of a divine human, which is accepting your oversoul as a, fully into this reality, and letting go of what you think that you need is a soul. It's really just here for you to be guided to the bigger oversoul part of yourself.
Yeah.
And then more and more, there's just, so there's a lot more there, but simplifying it.
Oversoul is not concerned about materiality or things or money. It doesn't depend on any of that. It doesn't need it. It won't have it. It won't not have it. It'll just make magic occur.
Yeah, and when you do when you do the right thing, right? When you do what you're called to do, then it just supports you on that path, even the human things that need to be communicated in that moment. That's what happened yesterday. And that's what David was just referring to, that his OverSoul closed the ceremony we did. And it was saying all these really good things about why we are doing the walks. And I was saying to him afterwards, he was like, yeah, that was really good, like you said all these things, because I was done with the day. Like I was sort of, we were outside in the sun, and I was taking care of those two kids all the time, and it was great, but I was just, yeah, okay, I need some lunch now, I need a break, and then I can think again, and since we're just like learning all these things and like getting our work away rolling, sort of, there was nothing like prepared, there was no wording prepared and everything, but he did this really good closure of why we do what we do. And I was like, wow, where'd that come from? I mean, that's not how I said it was really great. And then he told me, all right, yeah, that was my OverSoul. And I was like, oh my God, that's so good. So then you can actually, yeah, it's part of the flow, right? You can stop worrying about all these human things, like, oh, I have to prepare, like I have to know exactly what to say to people, like, and
it's been planning for like 3,000 years, this current reality, this adventure we're about to begin. Okay. So an OverSoul, which has more energy than the whole world, has been thinking for 3,000 years about this part of your life.
Yeah. Wow.
so if we just let it speak, then we can just relax and be. And
So you probably wonder why we're bouncing up and down sometimes. It's because, like, well, what is there to worry about?
yeah, it just, everything just happens. Yeah.
It's been planning for 3,000 years. All the eventualities, like what could happen if Aaron died, if Anessa didn't make it. It's all been thought through, right? What would we do? What option? What would Greg channel to get that shit to work? Well, we haven't even thought about or discussed, or we probably don't even know.
Yeah, we don't need to.
I don't even know what's for lunch.
Right.
It just happens.
Yeah, they've been working on this. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we just do the laundry, and that's it.
Right. That's good.
Sorry.
All right. I was going, yeah. All good.
Yeah.
So I'm made up, Greg and Sharon. Like this is a good day.
Yeah.
It is a good day. We had an awesome day yesterday.
Well, like we were
Cheers.
saying, yeah, we were saying I really like the calls. I really like doing what we're doing, but it can be a little overwhelming. A lot of energy, a lot of and you were kind of saying that.
Yeah. I was saying, like, I didn't know if Greg would understand it. Like,
I do.
that I would have a day that I didn't have to have anything scheduled or do anything. Because there's always something. And I mean, I've had days like that before, but
there's a lot to do. And so I guess this is a time, like, I mean, you can relax and just, kind of go, but there might be things to work on, right? The stuff coming up, things to just do in 3D, unwind yourself from things.
Yeah.
Because they don't matter to you anymore. Aren't needed. But as you said, it's just taking your time. It's not, we don't have to rush through this. And so finding the time to just be, right? Is that kind of, laugh and if you need a whole day, or if you feel you need a day,
like maybe I take off a day at work and just
be.
Yeah.
There are Pleiadian energy coming in. It's big. There's a portal opening.
Yeah.
If you guys have any words around that, that's what
it seems like the 3D things we have to do are getting easier. Because yesterday was really, really good.
Yeah, we had more energy and we're able to do stuff, and and I wanted to
get it done fast and easy. It was easy.
Yeah, it does get easier. It's just we've been through this process and it has been hard. So I've noticed, like even today, I was thinking, God, like if you guys left the call, I wouldn't be surprised. Like you've had enough, like you've been through the whirlwind of matter, right? So it's like we've closed out that period of your life. So I'm kind of channeling Astraea. It's like there was a period of life we had to deal with reality, like matter, this existence. You had to close out those timelines, those lives. And we did that.
Mm.
But that's been intense.
Yeah.
But it's good when you take your time, like take a day, that's good. Like
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and take that time.
Scheduled, yeah.
That's important. And yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because-
like you said, things can get easy. Like if we allow it to be easy, and I mean I know you guys do that, right? Yeah. Like then it's just it just
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I want my days easier. Like I don't know from my thing, like I'm still working in 3D.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, I don't really care about that. If it goes away tomorrow, I'd be fine. I don't, but I have to probably do something to make it go away. Then that's fine, whatever that is.
Mhm.
For you too, it might be like, okay, what does that, if the oversoul's coming in, if our higher energy is coming in, then I kind of see like I don't have time for those things. It's just stuff we were doing to kind of think we need to do that.
Mhm.
Felt you needed to like get this and get that, but right, oversoul doesn't care about any of that stuff, all the material things, whatever. It's
It's just subtly different. Like nothing changes overnight. It's just change, and it's subtle at first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there's nothing you haven't been doing which is relevant.
Yeah.
But the oversoul doesn't need that earthly energy. Your soul is very dependent on earthly reality. Like it wants material, it needs to survive. It's got all that as
Mhm.
part of the essence of the soul. Like I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to invalidate like the soul's journey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, it's good. And people are there. They have, we do have a very society built around like the idea of soul. Like people don't know what that is, but they kind of understand, oh, I don't want to be without that. Why would I want that?
Yeah.
But it's not you're out without it. It's like you're getting bigger, a bigger part. I kind of see it as like this bigger part of you is coming in
Mhm.
that then will help you a whole lot more. And the soul was just kind of getting you through things. Like it would help you, okay, in life and get through like things. And there was kind of struggle there to kind of get there,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to struggle if you have oversoul. It's sort of like that. So
Mhm.
it's a good thing if you want that
Yeah.
struggle.
There's still challenges, but it's not quite the same.
Right.
It's not going away. Yeah, I don't have words, but it's divinely different.
If I may, I guess I mean we're still human. And that's hello.
That was good timing. I didn't know what to say.
Oh,
Maybe we'll leave it to Greg. Did you get that, Greg?
hello.
Oh. Oh, they're not there either.
No, nothing's working.